All right. So let's look at a couple other principles here. Let's look at this one. I'm going to give away this book, and I'm going to put $25 in it to sweeten the deal here. So this book costs about $25, unless you go to Amazon or someplace like that. You can get it a little cheaper. So this is worth about $50 right now. And I'm going to give this away. Who would like this? It's yours. Congratulations. Excellent. Now, what did only 3 people in the room do that no one else did? Yeah, they got off their what? Their butt. Yes, exactly. Got off their butt. Now, here's the deal. One of the principles that are written down is you got to take action. See, it's not enough to know this stuff. You got to do it. You got to take action. And action is critical to being successful. Now, some of you, as soon as those 3 people stood up, did anyone else kind of get the idea? Maybe that's the game. You got to go up there and get it. And yet, you didn't do it. And whatever kept you in your seat, whatever you told yourself is probably what keeps you on your butt in life. You know, like, what if he's like not serious? What if I go up there and he doesn't, this isn't the game, I just make a fool of myself? You know, all these reasons we're afraid. See, and one of the big actions you have to take is asking for what you want. And I wrote down on the handout, ask, 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 ask. You got to ask for what you want. And you got to ask a lot of people. See, as I said, there's 6.4 billion people on the planet. We had to ask 144 publishers to publish our book. Okay? I had to ask a lot of people out in college before I ever got a date. It was just the way it was. But if I'd have stopped, you know, at 100 people for my publishing thing, I wouldn't be standing here today. None of you would ever heard of me. So you got to be willing to ask. And one of the principles down there says reject rejection. So I want to basically explain to you that I think rejection is a myth. Rejection does not exist. So I'm going to go back to Tara here for a minute. If I were to ask Tara to have dinner with me after this and she said no, everyone would go, what is it? Tara. If I asked her and she said no, everyone would go, ooh, you got rejected. Not only in front of all these people, but 30,000 people on television saw you get rejected. But see, let's really examine this. Did I really get rejected? Did I have anyone to eat dinner with before I asked Tara? No. Did I have anyone to eat dinner with after I asked Tara? No. Did my life really get worse? No, it stayed the same. See? Let's just say David decided he wanted to go to pharmacy school. What's one you'd like to apply to?
Rutgers.
Rutgers. Okay, so let's say he applies to Rutgers and he doesn't get in. He wasn't in Rutgers before he applied. He's not in Rutgers after he applied. His life didn't get worse. In fact, he spent his whole life not going to Rutgers. He knows how to handle that, right? Now, more than likely, you will get in. You're a very bright young guy. You're a member of this organization. So the point is, you probably will. But see, rejection is a myth. And if there's something to gain by asking and nothing to lose, by all means ask. And one of the other principles says practice persistence. Practice the rule of 5. Never give up. Never give up. I have a friend who wanted to be a chiropractor in a town where they said they didn't need any more chiropractors. And the chiropractic office wouldn't even help him go out and establish a practice. There was a local association. So what he did was he went out, and for 6 months, he drew circles around where he wanted his office to be. And for 6 months, he started every morning at 8:30, and he knocked on doors till about 8 at night. And he would introduce himself, saying, I'm a new doctor in town. I'll be opening an office in 6 months. And he would ask them 4 questions. Should I call my practice this or that? Should I advertise in this paper or that paper? Should I stay open early in the morning for people with 9 to 5 jobs, or should I stay open from 5 to 7? And then he said, if I have an open house, would you like to receive an invitation? And anyone who said yes, he wrote their name down. 6 months later, he opened his office after knocking on 12,500 doors, talking to 6,500 people. His first month in practice, he made $72,000. He made over $1 million that year in a town that did not need another chiropractor. So again, never let anyone tell you what's possible. Don't ever give up on your dreams. You got to persevere no matter what, because you can have anything you want if you're willing to do that.